themselves further up the tables. Only 88. Alter Ego very much in the blue right now. Rotating close to Arcred. That's a very dangerous team to be rotating close to. I think their gun power is fairly strong. That's not an easy fight. No matter where Arcred is placing on the tables, I still think that they are a difficult team to go 4v4 against.
Absolutely. Next circle's coming on in as well. You could see Alter Ego there. 90 globe and down towards, I mean, there is a prison on there as well, so maybe they're having flashbacks. North circle shift, well, not really North circle shift, but keeps Chumacera in. Weibo Gaming and Inner Circle. This is an opportunity here to make yourself a little bit of a legacy. Extend your leg room, lean back the seat, and maybe claim one of those top 2 spots, because those are the 2 teams sitting dead central on the north boundaries of Chumacera.
So stressful.
Oh,
Circle moves over towards that northeast side. That's very rough. Borzo finding Zeus. Very bad news. On 3 now for Flash. At this early stage of the game, that is really distressing for them. Alter Ego on a weird rotate for them as well on that south side. Still making the way through. 9Z Globen. They're on that south side. They have eyes on. They will be chasing, stalking Alter Ego through this circle. Snape is late behind, but looks like at least Rosemary has eyes on.
He's spotted at least 2. He knows there's a team leaving from the Partona Island on the south, from Minas del Sur. And we'll be able to fold back. So a little bit more information gathered. And Alter Ego managed to dodge past the first obstacles. The blue zone still tagging at Snape a little bit, but he should be safe onto his north flank. And they're going to move into the position over Chumacera, but getting through or around Chumacera is going to be difficult for them. Weibo don't need to do that. And that is a huge advantage to be in the center of the circle already. But the concrete, it's fairly isolationary right now.
Weibo's still on this eastern side, and it's fine. It's fine. For Alter Ego, on the other hand, there's a lot riding on them. I'm surprised they don't really feel that much pressure, because it's about time Bigatron was allowed to pass the torch of the most dominant Indonesian team we've seen since then. And I think this Alter Ego certainly looks like it to me. They absolutely look like it. Getting into grand finals, I think at that point they can lift that torch. We'll see how well they can do here, as they have pretty much slipped unnoticed on the south side of Minas del Valle over towards the south side of Chumacera. Doesn't look bad. Really doesn't look bad for them.
Little boy creeping up. Rafinha knows all about it, though. In the watchtower, he is vigilant. And Rafinha, I mean, Neil Zada pulling some stunts over on the sand dunes in the distance, and little boy maybe more preoccupied with that. Rafinha has a nade in hand, and he knows this roll-up's coming in. I don't think they quite will know exactly who it is, though. 9Z Globen, they're moving out to the east side. Blank, the next circle's coming through in about 10 seconds. The west side for the Falcons and Alliance could get a little bit messy. It's one of those long arms of the Ladriara Hills. But both teams not really in a position to do much. Well, Alliance, to be fair, with a big game, definitely could. But it is very much an outside chance.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like I said, for Alliance, it's believable at best that they make it in. Redux gets taken down by Gen G. And Flush leaving 1 player alive now for the Falcons in co-op. This is bad news for Influence Rage. You're losing a player again for both the Flash and Influence Rage. Oh, no. Dear me. That's another...
Dragged down by Loops, a countryman. The pain inflicted, personal at this point, and now Loops are looking to try and convert for a couple more points, but Federal is on the hunt at range. Vitin is knocked, is flushed now as well. Barato Boy runs down Law, breaking all sorts of speeding regulations there. Going over the corpse of his countryman again.
No.
Over to Federal. There's the spot they were looking for. And Influence Rage are drawing to a close. The sunset on their ascension is here. 1 player off on a mission. Diego, with not much more he could do. But let's hope. Let's pray that he can find it.
At least we can say no collusion.
Very true.
But that is horrendous. That is horrendous. I'd be big mad. I would be big mad of the game. But them's the rules. Them's the rules.
That's nasty stuff, though. Diego as a solo, I mean, Loops are almost certainly coming down this angle as well. May very well be that they're on the hunt entirely. Weibo now with Arc Red to their south. Potential for Arc Red to want to push on in as well. But they may actually prefer to go through Chumacera, go a little bit further west. Weibo are really balled up in this one, so a difficult crash if they want to go for it. Not likely to be super third-partied, though.
Again, we've had some pretty messy fights towards the beginning of this match, and it's starting to slow down again a little bit. It really is going to start to pop off as we get through to stage 5, stage 6. Most teams are way more concerned with getting those higher placings, so they're less likely to go for these pushes. Now, Arcred again versus Weibo. Another fight that I think that Arcred could win. Especially with Sook making some weird rollout over towards the blue. Some apparent reason.
I mean, I guess he knows what he's doing. He's taking the ridge side on the road line to try and get an angle on towards Arcred, who are kind of leapfrogging Weibo here. The next circle going to be popping in as well. Looking at Papra Supermassive in the middle of this one. Doing pretty well on that spot, but nobody else really. It's the west side of Chumacera that holds the boars right now that Alter Ego may look to try and take from them. And it looks like Alva's already making inroads.
Alter Ego on that south side. It's not a bad spot to play as well. A little bit of high ground, a little bit of low ground to work with as you push through. Both central spots. Good shot from Sue. This is why he's in the blue. Oh my goodness me. It's actual mega mind.
Bit of a god gamer
like,
coming through.
What the hell's going on?
He's getting the angles, man. But now he's trapped out of the blue, and I wonder if Arcred are going to take the fight to him, or if Weibo is just going to crash them down and not even let them take a second look over towards Souk, because they're hopping out, they're dropping order, and Hero's back into the driver's seat. The blue zone survivable still, and they're going to make the most of it. Weibo chewing down, trying to close the gap. They're now neck and neck with Alter Ego on the points tallies, and they haven't taken a knock just yet, but that changes as there's a threaded shot through from Ramses on the high ground to 33Z. Hero trying to keep this under control. Order heals up and needs Ramses to go down. Souk still chiming in, but he's down as well. Weibo maybe drawing short. Order challenged. Oh, it's all up to Hero now against Hardboy, and he will not do it. Ramses is there as well over the top, and Weibo fall in second place. They are under threat now of teams pushing past them. A minimal gap here for Team Flash, who are in their own fight.
I mean, what I'm saying is, Arcred, you could lose that fight. And Souk is just taking weirdo plays. Time and time again. It looked cool. It looked great, but the rest of the team not able to step up. I think 33Z's had a terrible day today. If I'm being perfectly honest, I think 33Z's had a terrible day today. Souk and Order trying to do so much to keep Weibo in. I think if they go out, I'd be a little bit mad, honestly.
Well,
they still have a chance. Flash need to go out now.
They definitely do. So do Influence Rage and Inner Circle and Alliance as well. Goodness me. Falcons go down. That's their tournament over. Really not what we hoped to see from this roster. But we'll see them next year, I hope so. We'll have to wait to see if they can repair the damage that's been done. Now we're over to Inner Circle. Again, another one of these teams chasing. Up against Gen G. Gen G trying to flank out wide. IQ under threat. Does manage to dodge back. The nades will pour on through. Satan versus Falak up the top of the hill. Quick, going for the bolster. Back towards the center area. Claws is on the off angle for them. And at long range, Falak lands the nade though. And for Inner Circle, with Weibo going down with Flash on 3. Influence Rage on 1. They could break the boundary here. Quick now getting hunted down. And Falak is on the warpath. Desperate to put Pakistan on the global stage.
Great shots, great nades. Falak once again just popping off. But Weibo, like you said earlier, John, no chicken dinner. They are absolutely dismantled when it comes to the tiebreaker. For the Flash, it looks like they have no contest either on that western side. I think it's about 5 more teams before we start getting to placement points.
Ooh.
Imagine getting beaten out by 1 point again.
Oh, that would be so bad. That would be so bad. That's a real career shaker of a situation if it comes to it. Inner Circle, sorry, still trying to chase it down. Loops could potentially crash onto Flash. They've already done it to Influence Rage. Maybe they are the Dream Shatterers. As Falak charges in, bursts through the door. Claws, though, goes down to the nade from the off angle. Where's that shot come through, though? It's Loops again. Oh, I thought maybe they go to Team Flash, but no, it's Inner Circle. Oh, no.
They're broadside as well. This is bad. This is very bad for Inner Circle. T24, I don't think he's getting back up again. Ratto Boy has oversight over towards this. Not a bad nade coming through from Neil Zada. Doesn't quite go far enough. Just bobbles in. T24 getting flushed. We'll find it. That drops Inner Circle down to 3, and their chances are dwindling now. Noki's going to have to leave in the vehicle, abandoning Falak to just try and escape with burnt rubber on the ground.
Looks like Falak may be able to thread it through here and actually moving up close to Team Flash, who are now just 4 points shy of Weibo. 4 more points and they get second, but they are not safe even if that happens with so many teams behind them still alive and kicking. We're going to try and put points up on the board. Loops have been an absolute terror to the teams at the top. And in a circle, they take another one. Noki is down. That's flushed out in the open. And with 2 players in a circle, do manage to find a little bit of sanctuary.
In my mind, that's GG for Inner Circle. Unless we can pull a Zuxi, it's not happening. It's really not happening. But for Inner Circle, I think for Pakistan, that might be the end of the run there. Just a little bit sad, to be quite frank. Diego becomes neighbors. Alongside Inner Circle, 4th, 5th on the tables. Flash biding their time. Next circle will push them out, though, likely. Right?
Oh.
But there aren't many angles looking their way.
I mean, I was looking at Alter Ego, and 90 Global were actually sending in. I thought that the backstop for Alter Ego was going to get caught out, but they regroup away from it. They're 2-2 right now, up and down, Loops. Taking the foothills beneath the PK. Burmese Ghouls. Having a scrap on the northern edge. No one really going to flex out for the third party on this. Potential for Inner Circle to steal away a point or 2 if they can get a shot over towards Burmese Ghouls. But we'll see if they can do it. Rosemary has been spotted, and that is what I was waiting for. 90 Globen crashing over. Alva's low as well. Are we going to have 2 teams on 93 drawn a little bit short? That could open the door for a lot more manipulation on the tables towards the final moments. Snape with the door shut, slammed in the face of Loops, who have moved up as well. A fight on 2 fronts to keep themselves alive. They do have Weibo behind them, but that's not going to be comfortable. Alva is down and Loops bearing down upon them. Every team at the top of the tables has taken a tussle with Loops, and they have all been found lacking so far, and more nades pour on in.
Seems like Loops is the final sword in the stone, right? If you cannot pull through Loops, you weren't meant to be the king at the top anyway. Krypton heads out, finds the first, but the shots from behind from 9ZG. I think this is Alter Ego going down on 93 points, tied up with Weibo. Oh my goodness me. And those silly faces really do feel silly now.
I mean, this is so huge. For Team Flash, this is a massive opportunity, Blank. 2 teams now sit before them. It's Weibo who will be pushed out first. The question for me is not, is anyone going to overtake Alter Ego? It's who's going to join Team Flash up in the top 2 on this match. I mean, the placements are kicking in soon. They are 4 points behind on the bubble. I'm not sure about the tiebreakers right now either. But 9Z Globen looking to try and slow them down. The teams at the top can't do it. Maybe a team from underneath can. Loops causing all sorts of havoc. Can Loops make it? No,
they can't. No. They need so much more, right? Yeah, they need a 23-point game. Have a chance.
Ooh.
So 23 Elim game, sorry, and a chicken dinner to verify. It's not
in the
possible.
midst of all of that.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I was going to say, in the midst of all of that, Inner Circle did go down. They are dropping to no players left. And that will be the end of their run. In the midst of Loops, taking a tag team fight with Alter Ego.
feels very dangerous for the Flash. Pretty open area, but right now, Alliance is still sharing a building with Papara Supermassive. But yeah, we are looking to get towards placement. Nico finally flushed out. So the Alliance can step forward now. Flash is spreading across this zone, looking to hold out Alliance as they move in. But it's Geeky to find win from the Flash.
Oh, no. Team Flash maybe just being pipped to the post here. 2 players still alive. And 4 points. Blank, it's so achievable. They only need 3 at the moment to be able to jump up. They lose the tie. They win the tiebreaker, rather, with Weibo. So they would be in top 2 if they're able to jump up there with 1 chicken dinner already on the cards. But it is the balls that go down next. And the placements start to add up. Team Flash have been spotted again. They're so close, Blank. 3 points is all they need. And desperately, they'll cling to life with Tops the last to go.
He's been
Diego
spotted
as well, looking to do the same thing a little bit further. They need to find. But Tops is on the dash. And Geeky, can they even step forwards here against Arcred? Against 90 Globen? It's down in the bush. He is feeding on absolute scraps right now. Tops, desperate.
This is so rough for Tops. I think 90 Globen might have an angle on him shortly from his south side as well. Diego might be able to take shots too. It might be down to placement points, John. It might be down to placement points, but I don't see him living that long.
I mean, Diego might,
Maybe he does.
Diego might, and Tops might. Oh, this is crazy stuff coming on through. 3-point gaps needed to be made on up. That's 4 points on placement total needed for Team Flash. That comes down to, what is that? That's 4th place necessary to earn those points. Influence rates need a lot more. If Tops can steal an Elim here or there, it's huge. Diego as well. The 2 teams chasing side by side on the screen.
Yeah, this really does feel like last chance with 2 solos. But I think Geeky knows where he is. They have a rough idea of where he moved across to. He's making great use out of this crate for the time being. But it could all come crashing down any second. Any second now. He's got so many angles he needs to clear away from.
Alliance moving around. They've got 3 Elims already. Potential for 14 more. If they can clear every single other person in the lobby. I think at this point, it's impossible for Alliance to make. I think the only 2 teams that can change things at this point are Team Flash and Influence Rage. In terms of those top 2 spots, 9ZG spot a player from Arcred. And that pressure over towards Tops is getting a little bit bled as Geeky takes shots from Alliance as well.
They're sending in. They don't look towards the crate here. And honestly, you could have some big shots over towards them and steal away.
Oh my goodness. Blank. 90 Globen from atop the hill as well. They hate to see it, but they love to see it. 9CG. Potential to close it down. There's Tops with 2. Tops with 2 on the spray down. He's finding the points. 91 points now. 6 teams remaining. That's 2 placements. They're neck and neck. They've beaten Weibo. Blank on the placements alone. They've beaten Weibo. They've beaten them. They're in.
Oh, dear me. The Flash do it again. Cause all the problems for Weibo. And they bite back in those final moments. Tops. What a play from him. Diego's still living as well. There is a chance. There is a chance for Diego. He needs a lot.
Not anymore.
Right?
It's just added another Elim to the door. This is
okay. It's done. Yeah, it's done.
If Tops wins,
I mean, Diego could do it, but it would require him to get a chicken dinner, right? Which is so unlikely.
If Tops wins this, though. Ooh, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Are we going to close down the day with a back-to-back 9ZG, though? I mean, it seems fairly likely, but they got to drop from the top of a hill. And look, I hate to harp on about this, but moving down from high ground seems to be a weakness for them.
Yeah. Launch themselves off the cliff top, drops out. I just take it. I just absolutely take it. 100%.
Go on, then.
This guy is doing so unbelievable work right now for the Flash.
Oh, wow. Weibo are out. They aren't going to make it. 9ZG trying to crash down. Diego will be denied entry as well. Now 2 players for Loops alive and tops for Team Flash. Their debut performance here at the PMGC, and it looks like they're going to finals. Loops can't make it. 9ZG cannot either. Alter Ego able to hold on just about by the skin of their teeth on a tiebreaker. But Team Flash, I think that they place, right?
I think they have. I think the Flash do have plays. Alter Ego wins out with the chicken dinners. And for Weibo, it is a really bad finish for them. That nade. Good ball. So.
Oh dear. So further, but top struggle. It's Rafinha peeking alone, and they will be on the hunt. It's very likely this is a back coming through the 9Z Globen, but it is too late. They cannot make it. Surely they right have to double leave that one up to the desk, but for 9Z Globen, that's too far. They don't even count on this, and out they go. Tops look for the spray down, but they connect in response, and the spray round is there. He falls, but he has done in 9Z Globen back, but Alter Ego team take the 2 important spots to top the tables. They know they've done it. Do they know if they've gone far enough?
Do the math. I mean, for the Flash, it's such a great game from Tops. It is an amazing game from encapsulate being last chance. He's gonna do it with one fella hiding on a crate in the middle of the zone, stealing away elims wherever you can. What do?
And we'll wave goodbye. Weibo as well blank their final miss. Can't bite the flashbacks of 9Z Global running inside prison is going to be team new go in the time. Who's done it? Oh, the referee's putting his hands up. He's not telling. And his nerves are completely. And there they go. The news delivered. A Team Flash. No, they've done it. All should be aware as well.
I'm not a little scared though, because if the Flash is above them, who else is? There you go. They should get. And they should know. There you go. Relief on the faces.
And on a tiebreaker too, I don't think we broke the century. It might have just been 100 points just for our first place. It was me for top 2 the whole time for fourth, and in the blood spilled. Here we go, and shot a debut performance, aimed it down to close the last chance. The set. Let's at the desk.
That is how we finish off the last chance. When top holding out right there towards the end, literally hiding in plain sight. You saw him hiding behind that crate. He was blowing on the smoke a moment, just going, please stop bringing attention to me. And he clutches it up for his team. What a way to sneak in to the grand finals.
Who would win? WBG full squad or one crate boy? The crate boy of top 2 wins, and he qualified into that one. We'll have to see exactly what point difference was. The fact that Tops is completely invisible to GK Niptura, and they just go ahead of him, and he gets an instant backstab, snatches those points. One of the most clutch qualifications final games I have ever seen in a long time.
Oh, absolutely. And it goes to show you that there is power in the solo, right? The game is not over just because you're alone, just because your team got taken out early. Flash did not have the beginning of the game they wanted, not the beginning of the game we were looking for, and yet they still do it. They still get a second place. They still get into grand finals. They are through, and it's all thanks to Tops.
Crazy crazy finish here towards the end, man. I mean, it could have gone in any direction, and of course we just see a solo player be able to make it for his squad. You know that team's got to be so excited. I do a little bit of love to 9Z here towards the end, just on the fact that they had like the craziest final day. They had 11 points max going into today. How crazy is that?
Yeah, and good day from 90 Globan. Woke up a little bit too late, but in the early stage was also wild. Falcon hot dropping onto Wolves. Instantly, the run of Wolves was down in the first 2 minutes of this game. Madness happening from the very beginning of this match until the very last few seconds. He's drifting over there, getting himself a little bit of a Tokyo Drift moment. But this game, so many sick plays. But looking at this Weibo replay in particular, Niptura, why in God's green earth are we seeing Sook out in the blue trying to go for some wacky off angles when you're on the brink of making it to the finals? Sook, why?
Can we just extend that to inner circle? Why are you so slow? It was looking so good. You did so well, and then you just get stuck here and you decide, oh, we have time to loot. You need that 4 times, thank you very much. And then GK come over the top of the hill. Stop it! I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I wanted to see them in finals.
It was such a good fight too from in the circle at first, but then they get too greedy for that solo. Or you go for the solo earlier, or you just let the circle do its job. I don't care which decision you make, but you got to try and play around that as much as possible. And then, of course, Tops does fall down, but Weibo, not even a second place curse this time around. Dropping down even further, it seems, as you go over the rotations of these teams. And yo, again, 9Z, love these Southern rotates. Big props to them. Hope to see more of them in 2026, depending on how things go. But La Tierra circles, Niptura, are never fun because you got into these valleys. And really, the terrain alone is the main why so many of these teams were just out of the running in the early stage.
Yeah, I mean, when I was talking about in the beginning of this match, right, is like you want the Miramar to have more and more points. There's more space to actually rotate, right? Here, the circle goes to the part of the map where there is no space. It's all hills, it's all mountains. Everybody's got an overlook on you. So actually, this is a more compact end zone than any of the Erangels that we saw. So it's really unfortunate the zone does go this way. And I think that's all got to do a lot with it, is like these teams just didn't have the space to play their game.
Oh, what a crazy way to end things out here. Flash, 12 points. 6 placement points, all due to a solo. And then, yeah, looking down on the leaderboards, inner circle, another 4 points. What a rough way to end things out for the squad. So much hope after that rondo, just not able to represent, get things done towards the end. And you know what? I got to give it to Phallic, man. That guy really making it happen for his squad. You see him always with those initial engagements. I just think, you know, the rest of the team could get a little bit more experience, you know, handling pressure and being able to move during those moments. I think they'll have a lot more success. I think it's just more time for sure. What do you think, Max?
Yeah, I would agree. It's more about finding consistency. Oh, colleague out twice in a row. Oh, GG. But it's definitely very impressive how Phallic plays. We want to see more consistency from the rest of the squad. But the leaderboard, all right, after this graphic, Hot Jukes, we kind of know the result. But how close really was it? I don't know.
I don't like it.
It's going to be right there. It's going to be right there. Once again, right? We've seen it so many times where it's decided by just 1 point. What is it? Oh, it's a tie! It's a tie! What? Oh, push Hasbro with the 2 chicken dinners. Are you and Flash to win this? They take it.
Weibo have the worst time with SEA teams. They lost out on the grand final slot to E Arena, and they were still behind Flash because in the group stage for Group Red. And now in this one, they lose it out to 2 other SEA teams in Ultra Ego in the tie, and Flash that snatched it away last minute. Weibo, they're going to have going into 2026 with SEA because, oh my goodness, was it close.
Are you kidding me? As a matter of fact, if Influence Rage would have got 2 more points, they would have made it.
Oh my goodness,
because they beat out Alter Ego with placement points.
Oh, 2 points.
Yeah.
2 points. I think Is it safe to say this is the most intense league stage we've ever had at a PMGC? Certainly that I remember.
love Last Chance.
It's never been so close.
Just, it was cut all the way up until the last final second. Unreal. Flash pushing up, becoming our champs just like that in the last second. I mean, they weren't in first place all day today.
Yeah, it was a mad one. Also, John is bringing up some numbers. Oh, Delhi MVP is... No! Why are you doing this to us? Ow! I don't know what to say. So I know I should be talking. It's my job, but I don't know what to say about this.
That's what hurts. That's what really hurts.
No, wait. Fallic is going to be MVP of Last Chance. I can feel it coming. I think it might be. Oh,
even more pain.
Oh, or maybe even 33Z one of Weibo. It could be. Oh, that's a heartbreak if you have MVPs of that stage and you still don't qualify.
Dude, one point again. 1 point curse. Unreal for Weibo. I'm honestly so sad I'm not going to see this team during the finals. They did so well here. And it's the last chance MVP! Sook doubling it down and heading home. Unreal.
Oh, it's all pain. It's all pain.
No explosive titles.
He's got 2 average elims. That's crazy good. And the entire team was doing great, but he got too wacky with it. Sook at the end. No. I don't know what to say. I literally
Moment
have
of
no
silence.
words. This is... yeah, which is rare for me normally, but absolute insane levels of sadness for this team. Missing out on the biggest finals of the year. Oh my word.
Well, here we go, guys. These are going to be your participating teams during the grand finals live in Bangkok, Thailand. You can see the squads that made it into the group stage. And finally, right here in the last chance, Team Flash, their first PMGC, and they are headed to the finals. What a way to wrap things up.
Yeah, very happy for Team Flash. They were my underdog team of the entirety of this year's PMGC, and you know what? They delivered, even taken away in a very odd fashion by Tops with that crate at the finishing moments in Miramar. You know what? They are still definitely deserving of it, and are very happy to see how they're going to perform in the grand final.
Oh, wow. Wow, guys. What a crazy way to finish out the last chance. Well, you know what, guys? It's time to take it on over to the stage with the 7 Worlds Gaming to wrap things up and wrap up the last chance.
That is it. We have our grand final squads, the last 2 that are going to be joining the other squads. Alter Ego Aries from Indonesia and Team Flash from Vietnam. We're going to start with Rosemary because your squad ended up being tied with WBG, but thanks to your wins, that was the tiebreaker. Now, I'm going to switch it up because you were telling me something that I thought it was true, but you were able to confirm it for me. This is going to be your first PMGC Grand Finals. How does it feel to finally make it to the Grand Finals?
Oke, ini adalah pertama kalinya kalian Alter Ego Ares lolos ke Grand Final PMGC. Bisa ceritain dikit nggak gimana perasaan kamu saat ini?
Jujur kalau ditanya tentang perasaan kali ini sih jujur sangat senang banget karena di mana juga kita lolos dengan tiebreaker bisa dibilang kayak itu dikasih rezeki sama Tuhan yang sangat gila banget sih menurutku karena ya intinya dengan dedikasi kita yang sangat wow sih pasti hasilnya pasti bakal memuaskan lah buat kita lah gitu aja sih.
So of course, if you ask me how I feel, I'm very, very happy. And even though like we qualified through a tiebreaker, but then I still think that the God give us such a blessing, like a blessing moment for us. And I think it's a fit for us to qualify to the grand final and performing at the grand final as well.
I mean, and being able to overcome this stage, last chance, it's so tough to be able to be in the top 2 out of all this amazing 16 squads. Now, knowing that you're going towards the grand finals, do you believe that your team has what it takes to lift that PMGC trophy?
Oke, sekarang memandangkan kalian udah lolos ke grand final, apakah kalian ngerasa kalian itu punya semuanya untuk mengangkat trofi di grand final nanti?
Jujur kalau ditanya punya semuanya sih gue yakin banget dengan tim gue yang ada, dengan player-player gue semua, gue yakin banget dengan mental kita yang sekarang udah teruji. Ya gue berharap kita bisa mendapatkan hasil yang maksimal dan kita yakin banget kita bisa mendapatkan hasil yang inilah memuaskan lah buat kalian semua yang selalu support kita di belakang layar. Itu aja sih.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I believe in my lineup. I believe in myself. Even though through all the hardship that we went through, I still believe that we have the opportunity to lift the trophy, and I will try to prove to everyone that keeps supporting us that we can lift the trophy at the grand final.
And the improvements you guys have made has been impressive, and I'm hoping it's going to continue on towards the grand finals. Thank you so much, Rosemary. And now I'm standing here actually with Team Flash Tops. Tops, before I even ask you questions about the grand finals, I want to know what was going through your mind in those final moments, knowing that you needed to stay alive, knowing that you needed to clutch up for the squad.
Chào Topsy, thì cái trận vừa rồi á, khi mà mình là người cuối cùng sống sót và mình biết là mình cần phải sinh tồn cũng như là cần phải có một sự bứt phá, thì không biết là lúc đó trong đầu của mình có những cái suy nghĩ như thế nào, cảm xúc như thế nào?
Lúc đó trong đầu em cảm thấy rất là hồi hộp và lúc đó rất là áp lực và có phần hơi run, nhưng mà em lấy bình tĩnh bằng cách là em niệm Phật.
Well, to be honest, at that moment I felt palpitated. I was very nervous and stressed, but I regained my composure by chanting.
Oh, okay. Great composure, too. And the thing is that you have been in this moment before. During group stages, you were almost within the top 3. Did that help you experiencing that in group stages here, especially in Last Chance?
Trong kể cả phòng bảng thì các bạn cũng đã từng trải qua những tình huống như vậy trước đây rồi, là mình cũng kiểu nằm trong top 3 sinh tồn cuối cùng như vậy. Thì không biết là những cái trải nghiệm đó có giúp ích cho bạn trong cái trận đấu vừa rồi hay không?
Sau đợt vòng bảng thì team em cũng rút ra được nhiều kinh nghiệm hơn và để khắc phục lại trong vòng last chance này và để có kết quả như hôm nay.
Yes, we got a lot of lessons and we learned from our experience in the group stage. Those all helped us in this last chance.
Not bad for a team that's making their first appearance at PMGC and now heading to the grand finals. And last but not least, for everybody currently watching in Vietnam, is there anything you want to tell them as you do finish last chance in first place?
Bây giờ thì các bạn đã kết thúc vòng last chance và cũng nằm trong top đầu. Thì không biết là mình có lời nào muốn gửi tới những người xem ở Việt Nam hay không?
Em xin cảm ơn mọi người đã ủng hộ team em và đón xem giải đấu. Và mong mọi người sắp tới sẽ ủng hộ tất cả các team ở trên đấu trường thế giới lần này.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for supporting and watching us so far, and please continue doing so for all of the Vietnamese teams in the international stage in the near future.
Well, there's definitely some surprises out there in grand finals. And before I let you go, Rosemary, it's been a while since we've seen an Indonesian team being able to fully perform and actually win a championship internationally, going back to Bigatron with the Twins in Macrobo, and the rest goes on and on. Anything you want to tell the hopeful viewers from Indonesia right now, hoping that Indonesia lifts the trophy once again?
Ada nggak sedikit kata-kata buat fans-fans yang di Indonesia yang membuatkan kamu bakal bilang kayak kamu bakal mengangkat trofi ini?
Buat semua orang yang support kita di Indonesia, ya intinya kita bakal ngelakuin yang terbaik buat kalian. Kita juga bakal belajar dengan masalah-masalah yang kita dapat di dalam in-game, dan intinya kita bakalan ngelakuin yang terbaik lah. Intinya bakalan mencoba untuk bawa pulang pialanya untuk kembali ke Indonesia lagi.
Yeah, of course. I mean, to the all Indonesian fans, I think we definitely gonna give our very best, and yeah, we're gonna learn from our mistake through the group stage, even though in the last chance, in order for us to bring back the trophy in Indonesia.
I like the confidence. I like that you guys are already thinking about what you need to end up adjusting to, and I can't wait to see one thing you actually missed too. Indo Pride, because I know that's a big thing out there too. For everybody currently watching at home, make sure you tune in on the grand finals. We have our last 2 teams joining. 4 teams will go home. I mean, it is over. This is it for last chance. Let's see what will happen in the grand finals of the 2025 PMGC.
Hey, what a way to wrap things up here for the last chance. And for the final time, of course, we got to give a big thank you to none other than the Infinix GT30 series, the official gaming phone of PMGC 2025, engineered for precision, performance, and victory, empowering every gamer to hashtag be the one and outplay the rest on the global stage. Man, this was one heck of a time I had with you guys. Let me get your final thoughts. Max, I'll start with you.
I mean, this year's PMGC, I think the league stage was the toughest to qualify through. I mean, the insanity of Gauntlet, each group stage, going into last chance, it was so close to the wire, and you know what? It's getting me even more pumped up for how things are going to go down for the grand finals. Can't wait.
What about you, Neptura?
I have just loved every single second of the league stage. I agree. It's been the most intense we've had ever at PMGC, and I cannot wait for the finals, Jukes.
Well, that's it, folks, here for the league stage. We're going to be headed to the grand finals live in Bangkok, Thailand in just a few days. I can't wait to see you guys there. On behalf of myself and all the production, thank you.
The time has come, so see we are fate. Pain and scars of past mistakes. We stay strong and refuse to break. You know the world is yours to take, and we will be the one. Time to take a stand. The world is in our hands, and you can feel